Today we are going to explain Fidelion NFT that it resides on Solana, that is an idle game and it's being played on the Solana blockchain. So I'm going to go through the gameplay and I will explain some important things when buying into the game and the strategy behind it. So as you can see, you will see that we have some NFTs that are listed right now at about 12 Solana. So 12 Solana are the minimum price you can pay to enter this game. So an important role here is that you need to check into the attributes of the players. So these are players. These are the actual characters of the game. An important thing when buying into the game is that you need to go through the attributes here. And you need to make sure that you don't have in the attributes the BT, the HT, and the JB attribute. So as you can see here, we have the NF, here we have the CL, here we have the ZK, here we have the HT. So this is a good player because it doesn't contain the BT. So if we go to another player, you will see here that we have the BT. So this is not a good option to jump into. It contains BT, it contains HT, but it doesn't contain JB. And we will explain these things in the process. If you want, you can go to my Twitter account, which is at Cryptutorials, and I have a strategy outlined here, which is very important. So when you buy in, mention that the NFT that you should be buying must not contain these attributes BT, HT, and JB in this order. Preferably, you do not want something that contains BT, then something that does not contain HT, and third, something that doesn't contain JB. And to be clear, the best NFT that you can get is something that does not contain these three attributes. So if you check here in Tensor, now let's jump into the game. As you can see here, we have the interface that is called My Harrier. Here you have your Fidelion NFTs listed here, and you can see their number and you can see their level. Also here you can see their stamina. As long as these Fidelions have stamina, they can send mercenaries for looting. If you don't have any stamina, you cannot loot anymore. Here you can see the tokens 2080. These are the native tokens of the game. We have all our Fidelions here, and I can go here and I can consume this token to upgrade my heroes. So if I upgrade them, I can get some benefits. So right now, every Fidelion NFT can send up to one mercenary at the same time. So you send them to missions. In level 1, you can send one mercenary into mission. In level 10, though, you can send 2 mercenaries on a mission. These Fidelions then must be upgraded if you want to loot at the same time with 2 mercenaries. So here I have the level 1 and she can loot with 1 mercenary, but this Fidelion, which is level 10, he can loot with 2 mercenaries at the same time. If you want, you can upgrade your mercenary to level 10, which is a nice stop, so you can consume tokens. If you want to buy tokens, you can go to jup.ag. This is the website, jup.ag, and you can swap tokens, as you can see here. For example, if I want about 360 to upgrade in level 10, I need to pay 1.4 Solana currently. I need to go through their token, which is a very important aspect here. If we go to DEX Screener, this is the DEX Screener here. If I go to the token here, 2080, so I can see that the token has increased in price a lot here. So let's go again into the game. Now we're again in the official game, which is the black market Fidelion.io. This is where you play the actual game and you use your NFTs. So if we go here, and let's suppose that we have this Fidelion here, I need to go to the mercenary and I need to purchase one of these mercenaries. So the best right now is to purchase a mercenary that's very cheap. So for example, this is Blatas, which is the BT, is the best rewarding mercenary that you can get. So if you want to purchase a mercenary, you click here and you can click hire. So when you click hire, you get your confirmation from Phantom Wallet, and then you can have one mercenary. As you can see, for example, here I have one available mercenary of this faction. So an important thing here is that the attributes play a major role. So if you have any attribute that, for example, this is KS, which is the Cossacks, it means that you cannot hire the Cossacks with this Fidelion. So it's not something that is good, it's something that is bad. So if you have the KS, you cannot hire Cossacks. If you have the BT, you cannot hire the Blatas. And why it is important? In the beginning, I thought that it would be nice to exclude the small ones, the hunters, the HT, and to exclude the Blatas, which is the BT. But it's the opposite. And why is that? So if you go to my post in Twitter, and you can go here in my post in Twitter, so it's Cryptutorials, and you can go in my highlights. If you go here, in my highlights, you will see the guide here. And if we go here, it's very important to understand this graph. Let's open this graph here. With Blatas, the hiring price is 2, and the average loot per day minus all costs is 38.99. But with the more expensive, which is Cossacks, the hiring price is 50 and the average loot per day is 4.31. So it's the opposite from what you think, because the higher levels go into a campaign for many days without doing nothing. But with lesser price, you get a mercenary that after it works for looting for 2 days, and it gives you this reward. While in Cossacks, as you can see, the looting hours is 720, while in Blatas is 48. So yes, you have stable staking for 720 days, and you get stable looting, but you cannot do anything else. So it's very important to go with cheaper mercenaries. So let's get back to the game. Now, if we are in the mercenaries, you can hire your mercenaries, and when you hire your mercenaries, every Fidelion has his own mercenaries, then you can go to looting. Here, I have hired one mercenary. As you can see, the 2821, if I go to mercenaries, 2821, I go here and I purchase my mercenary. So if I want to purchase another Blatas, I go here, I confirm, and now I have 2 mercenaries here. Let's see, this is a level 10 Fidelion, and if I go right now to looting, 2821, I see that I'm already looting with 1 mercenary. I have 2 more mercenaries that I can consume and send to missions. So I will select and assign another mercenary here. Check that I had purchased 2 mercenaries, but I can only use one. One is looting and another one, because I'm level 10. If I go to level 20, then I will be able to loot with 3 mercenaries at the same time. So right now, I will click one mercenary here. I see that I have 2 mercenaries, and I send them to missions. So that's it. After some days, I will see how many days it will take. So you can see here, this mercenary needs 1 day and 20 to 12 hours, and this mercenary needs 1 day and 23 hours. You will see that we might have mercenaries. Here I have another mercenary that I haven't assigned, and I will assign it now. Perfect. So all of my mercenaries are looting right now. Every mercenary will bring a loot, and when this concludes after some days, I will get some rewards. Blatas, for example, brings back a trophy that I can sell to this black market here. I can click sell when it's been loot, and I can get some rewards, and I can get 2080 tokens. Now let's go again to the graph so we can understand. So as you can see here, Blatas can bring back a loot of 30 up to 134 tokens. And this can be done every 2 days until your stamina is depleted. So usually, so far I have received a loot of 36, a loot of 75, a loot of 100, and a loot of 120. So this is random how many loot it will bring. But you always have the option when the loot comes here and you get, for example, 34 as a loot, you can click reroll and you can pay 10 tokens in order to reroll the result of the loot. And you can sell the loot and it goes back to your tokens. And then you can sell your tokens. If we go to juke.ag, an average of 90 tokens are brought every 2 days. So this means that every mercenary at Blatas will bring me about $7 or 0.3 Solana. So far it's been very profitable and we estimate an ROI of about 30 days per mercenary. I haven't seen something like it in Solana right now, and we have a team that has built an amazing website. You can check Fidelion.io and you can see the detail of this website. It has a story. The website is amazing and you can check their Twitter account. This is the Fidelion.io. This is their second game. They are preparing already a second game, which is, as I heard, a mobile game. And you have the black market that is played currently. So if we check Tensor, you can see the price of the Mercenaries. So it has fallen right now. Probably some people have made their money back and they are returning and they are selling their NFTs. But so far, it's one of the best interfaces I have seen so far on Solana. And I'm a really believer of the project.